Good morning, this is Shaman Oracle reading, and today I like to talk a little bit about the planets and their role in our destiny. And so let's talk a little bit about the conformity to certain known laws of the planets. And such a conformity enables us here on Earth to calculate exactly where a given planet has been, or is, or will be at a given time. The solar system as we know it today consists of the Earth, the Sun, the Moon, and the other planets that revolve around the Sun in a precise and ordered pattern. So we can depend on this pattern. We know that at night we will be able to go to bed and rest, and that when the morning comes, it will be the scheduled special time that sets the next day and also awakens us. This ordered pattern and conformity also makes sure that the days, the weeks, the months, the years, and the seasons arrive all in the time that they are supposed to arrive. Each entity in our solar system moves at a different speed and rate, and so has a separate path or orbit. And the combinations of the placement of the planets, they are almost endless. So at the time of your birth, each one of us, the Sun, the Moon, and the other planets were in a particular arrangement in the heavens. And this exact arrangement, say astrologers, will not repeat it in 4,320,000 years. That's a long time frame. So this means another person with your exact horoscope will not walk on this earth for another 4,320 years. But even then, of course, other persons would never be exactly the same as you are because of the entirely different genetic and environmental factors that we all have. So, how about twins? Would they have the exact horoscope, you might ask? And the answer is no. Every 4 minutes, the ascendant changes by 1 degree. And even if an ascendant stays the same for a short while, 1 degree change makes it change, and with that shifting, the entire birth chart shifts as well. True, the changes are not that drastic, and the horoscopes are very similar from the twins, but then twins are similar in many ways anyway. What is of people born at the same second, perhaps in the very same hospital? People that are born at the same time, they are known as astral twins or time twins. Astrologers and scientists have put much research into the life patterns of such time twins, and results, they are astonishing. In case after case, it has been documented that the life patterns of time twins, they are similar. In many cases, such time twins marry at the same time, have the same number and same sexes of children, the divorce, travel, change jobs and residences at the same time, and in many cases, they even die at the same time and from the same causes. So obviously, time twins are very, very rare. Your unique pattern of the sun, moon, and the planets in your horoscope is most likely unduplicated by anyone else. I meant to say unduplicated, okay? Your sun sign might be Taurus or Scorpio, but you may be as different as night and day from another Taurus or Scorpio. Just like your fingerprints are like no one else's, your birth chart is like no one else's. And if you wish to gain further insight into the knowledge of astrology, astrology can provide you with various planets placed in your and anyone else's birth chart. Each planet has a specific influence in astrology and governs a certain area of your personality or your approach to life. For example, Mercury relates to your mental outlook. Venus governs your love nature, and it is the placement of these planets in the various zodiacal sign that determines how you express the different facets of your personality. If your Mercury is in Gemini, you tend to be extremely verbal and quick-witted. If your Mercury is in Capricorn, you handle detail work very well and carefully plot out your plans in advance. If your Venus is in Leo, you are not happy unless you receive a great deal of attention from a lover. If your Venus is in Aquarius, you consider freedom of expression for each person to be the most important thing in a love relationship. I like to introduce each planet in a kind of rundown. What are the powers and influences, and how does it relate to each zodiac? So let me start very soon, but maybe it is important to note here before we start that the astrological community has taken a great interest in a tiny planet or asteroid. It has not been determined which it is, and this tiny planet is called Chiron, and it was discovered by Charles Cowell November the 1st in 1977. This tiny planet, Chiron, who in Greek mythology was the wise centaur, a teacher, and a healer, Chiron has a diameter of between 100 to 400 miles and an orbit that lies between Saturn and Uranus. The astrological significance of Chiron is still observed. Some astrologers connect it with Scorpio and Sagittarius. And a group has been formed called the Association for Studying Chiron. So far, they found that Chiron has no sign rulership. An interesting discovery about Neptune's moon, Triton, was made in August of 1989. and data was sent back to Earth from Voyager 2, and this data suggests that Triton may once have been a planet revolving around our Sun, and eons ago was drawn into Neptune's gravitational embrace. More planets will be discovered within our solar system over time. A prevailing theory is that 2 more planets remain to be discovered right now, and this is Apollo and the planet Vulcan. Vulcan, like the volcano. Apollo is said to be the true ruler of Taurus, which now shares the planet Venus with the sign of Libra, and Vulcan to be the true ruler of Virgo, which now shares the planet Mercury with the sign of Gemini. So when a new planet is discovered and assigned to a zodiac sign, that sign undergoes a slow change in its appearance. For example, before the end of the 18th century, and therefore before the planet Uranus was discovered and has become the rulership of Aquarius, Aquarius belonged before to Saturn. Back then, Aquarius was a much more sober, practical, and restrictive sign than the Aquarius of today. The true ruler in the grand plan of the universe, according to astrologers, brings out the sign's true characteristics. Only time will tell how the ancient predictions will or will not take place, in how the planets in our solar system will remain the same or maybe will shift. In a while I come back and we start with how Mercury is impacting the zodiac signs. Okay? So I see you back in a moment.